Hey everybody, this is Chad Warren here. I hope you're doing well on this Sunday, July 22nd, 2018. I just wanted to meet with you briefly because it blows my mind that this David Wilcock, who has been working with a company called Gaia, and Gaia, if you didn't know, is was a big company that produces uh, videos and different content about New Age information. What is New Age information? From my study, New Age information, yes, of course, it's like yoga and um, studying chakras and meditation and all that kind of stuff. But from what I can tell, it's just old information that was pushed out of acceptability by the church. Okay. And today, yes, we have the church, but the media is really the church of today that is going around telling you what you should or should not think. Because I don't think that the news talks to you like I do, which they used to talk more like that, which is that I'm sharing this information. It's inherently controversial. I'm leaving it up for you to interpret. I think I understand it enough. And that's why I did this video, because it blows my mind that I'm obsessed with these kind of topics and I am confused over who is Lucifer. Because supposedly, according to this resignation letter that I'm not sure that David Wilcock has admitted is actually his letter yet, I'll have to check, but supposedly he left the company because he felt the leadership was Luciferian. So that's why I'm here, is just some guy at his house on the internet that, studies this stuff, because I feel that I have to, because that is person that is a supposed leader in this community, of which I guess I'm in, whether I want to be or not, because of my interest in philosophy and words. He's very much confusing everybody. And I don't think it's possible that I can understand what that word Lucifer means more than David Wilcock, who has obviously been into this for a long time. So I'm going to set the record straight. Here's how I'm going to do it. I just found this page today while I was looking up something else. I happen to be here. Check this out. If you want to talk about this kind of stuff, this is a group that somebody invited me in. I only know from the internet. Loki. It's called this now. It's called Tower of Golakov. I don't even know what that is, but look that up on Facebook here. Tower of Golakov. Uh, but this website that I found while trying to answer a question there was just explaining what gnosis is, what Gnosticism is, the forbidden religion. It's theforbiddenreligion.com/the great conspiracy. Check this out. Christians, especially, everybody. Let's set a goal that we don't have any business with a bunch of New Testament Christians and New Agers arguing with each other. Because what if Lucifer and Jesus is the same person? Even in the Bible, as messed with as it is, it still refers to both Lucifer and Jesus as the morning star, so Christians don't tune me out. The Great Conspiracy. All throughout history, religious and political institutions of the demiurge on earth have deliberately conspired. This is the whole, what conspiracy theory? This is the big one. And conspire means to breathe together, to work together in Latin. This is what they've conspired to eliminate, or at least distort. The Gnostic vision, wherever it appears, any systems of thought in which any trace of primordial gnosis can be found, that's the actual wisdom from the people in the past that were more connected to nature than we are. That's why we sit and meditate, to be quiet and get out of this, barrage of television and junk at this time, to think halfway straight. Any systems of thought in which any trace of primordial gnosis can be found is forbidden or misconstrued. This is how dangerous Gnostic knowledge is for the demiurge's plans. Hiding the truth is part of the orchestrated plan so that man cannot wake up, let alone rebel. This is about man remaining confused, misled, and half asleep. Get woke. so that he never comes to realize who he really is and what situation he is in, that he never knows the truth about what has happened, what his present reality is about, nor what his future will be. Hello, history buffs. Join the party. It's important to track a record through our own life and through the life of humanity. It is hoped that man never finds out the right answers to these three fundamental questions. Who am I? Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? But the truth never disappears. Oppressed and hidden, it will always struggle to be exposed. The worst thing that can be done to the truth is to forbid it. The opposite effect will be produced. It will emerge with more strength and violence. So let's keep this in mind as we are starting to see heavy amounts of censorship for people like myself that use the internet and independent research and communication tools, making videos, putting them on YouTube, sharing them on social networks. They are censoring only people like me that are countering the narrative of the media. And they're doing it legally, just so you know, by demonetizing their videos. People make money off of making these videos, and then they're not making money, so they leave and go do something else. What is the first thing that would have to be hidden? Firstly, it would be necessary to eliminate the idea that beyond the inefficient demiurge, another God exists, superior to him and infinitely perfect than this God of the Bible. In order to hide this part of Gnostic truth, the idea that the creator God, the God of the Bible, is a creator God, right? In his 7 days and all that, and the unknowable God are the same thing, has been invented. See, because there has to be a God that is beyond the physical world because he's spirit. So that's a question. How do you this creator God is in this world making stuff. It's about making physical stuff. But there's this unknowable God that is beyond this physical world completely. Doesn't have to do anything in the way that we think of. To be is all it has to do. In order to hide this part of Gnostic truth, the idea that the creator God and the unknowable God are the same thing has been invented, that together they form the only existing God, the demiurge, creator of heaven and earth. At the beginning of Christianity, the great Gnostic master Marcion stated it very clearly. The God of the Old Testament is not the God of the New Testament. That's a Gnostic person saying that. That's Christian, is Gnostic. Everything Rome and all that is junk. They are two different gods. The first is a God who applies the law and punishes, whereas the other is a God of love who always forgives. The two are irreconcilable. It's the whole concept of why Jesus would have to come. Stuff was not working. Then he came, forgave people. What can be done to conceal this? It was Origen, that's where that word comes from. This guy's name is Origen, Origen, who came up with the following brilliant idea. There are not two different gods, one fair and the other good. It is the same God, and he is fair and good. This is how the demiurge came to be good and perfect. Is that a recipe for psychopathology or what? Good cop, bad cop. Old Testament, New Testament. Secondly, this is how the difference between the unknowable world and the created world has in this way been eliminated as well. See, no, I had explained that to you. There's a whole God that you can't know nothing about. Anyone who refers to the existence of the two irreconcilable kingdoms will be derogatorily labeled as dualist, as if describing reality just as it is were a bad thing. We're on this world, then we die, and then we go somewhere else. The conspirators reduced everything to only one kingdom, the kingdom of the demiurge. Thirdly, if this demiurge is good and perfect, who can we blame for all the bad things that exist in the world if the divine attributes of the unknowable God have been transferred to the demiurge? What about the demiurgic attributes of evil and ineptitude, plagiarism, and lying? That is why the idea that the demiurge is not Satan and that Satan is someone else has been invented. The demiurge has become good and perfect, stripped of his satanic features. All the evil now comes from this new Satan who is outside of him. The evil of the demiurge has been taken outside to a Satan different to the creator. Now it is this new Satan who likes blood.